Hello scientists, welcome back to the facility. I'm Aegis Wolf, and today we're going to be looking at 10 more things to know when playing Abiotic Factor. Tip number 1. When the lights go out on the first night in the facility, you can use this as an opportunity to access an area that seems inaccessible during your first visit. The giant fan that is running earlier in the game will now be off, and this is a great way to get an early anvil that is needed to create the repair bench so that you can repair or break down items in your inventory and in your boxes. This can be a great way to access things like scrap metal early on when there are fewer resources around. Tip number 2. You can pin recipes from your crafting menu, and this will pin them to the top right hand corner of your HUD. This will make it easier for you when you are out farming materials to know what you are looking for. Additionally, it'll highlight those materials in your inventory as well as containers, making it easier for you to spot them and pick them up. Tip number 3. You can refresh the decay on your food items by combining them, making sure the decayed item is added to the item that has no decay on it. This does work in the opposite direction, so if you accidentally add fresh item to an item that has decay, then all of those items will end up with decay. So you need to be careful when doing this. Tip number 4. You can rename workbenches by clicking in the top left-hand corner on this icon to rename them. This will come in handy later on in the game when you gain the ability to teleport between workstations, as workstations are normally unnamed, and therefore the teleporters are also unnamed. By naming the workbenches and then syncing the teleporters to those workbenches, the teleporters will also gain the name of that workbench, making it easy for you to recognize which teleporter connects to which workbench. Tip number 5. In character creation, consider taking the Weak Bladder floor, as this is actually beneficial because later on in the game you will need feces in order to help make soil, which is an important part of the game, not only for farming, but also to make other recipes such as mugnades. Tip number 6. You can farm robots by setting up defenses at their charging bays. When they come online at night or are provoked, your defenses will be able to take them out. Normally 3 Tesla turrets are enough to take out an aggressive robot, and this is a way to passively get more metal or tech scrap on a daily basis. Tip number 7. Early inventory management can be difficult with limited inventory space. However, there is an early place to find a 21 slot bag in the data farm. All you need to do is in the main area of the office sector, head up the stairs that are on the left. You'll head to the data farm from here, and then follow the right hand side wall along until you hit the blue office. From here, you can jump up on the railing and down onto the catwalk. From here, head down the ladder and down into this underground tunnel area. Here you will see a bag that can be picked up and equipped straight away, and this is the 21 slot bag, which is one of the biggest bags that you can access early in the game. Tip number 8. As long as you don't mind going AFK for a bit early on in the game, you can level up sneaking to level 4 or 5 in about half an hour by being AFK. All you need to do when you approach this carbuncle is stay still and walk away from your computer. Time doesn't progress at this stage in the game until you've actually opened up the double doors for the doctor later on. However, you do need to be conscious that all of your needs, such as food, hydration, and sleep, do continue to tick down, so you don't want to leave this for too long. Anything beyond level 5 tends to be not worth it for the time payoff, but this does unlock some of the earlier sneaking abilities for you, such as being able to roll while crouched. Tip number 9. If you're looking to level your reloading XP, you can hold down the R key to bring up the ammo selection circle. Without selecting anything, then let go, and you will reload your weapon. This works even if you only have one type of ammo and your weapon is already reloaded. Before we get on to the last tip, I'm just going to ask you a big favor. If you could hit the like button and subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. It just keeps me going and gives me the motivation to make more content. And with that, let's move on to the last tip. Tip number 10. When securing an area for your base, you can set up multiple workbenches to extend the safe area that prevents standard mobs from respawning in that area. That concludes today's video. If you want more tips, go and check out my video covering 10 things I wish I knew before I started Abiotic Factor. Till next time, don't forget to be awesome.